Hey everybody, it's Meg from Books Off the Beaten Path, and this morning we will be reviewing an indie book called The Redemption of Mattie Silks. And I just gotta say that I loved this book. This book was really well researched and it was interesting, and there will be a few spoilers in here. So, I mean, not really spoilers, but if you want to read it, I am going to tell you a couple things about it that I loved. I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads, and I'll tell you why I didn't give it 5 stars towards the end of the review. But anyway, this is about a madam, Mattie Silks, and she starts out as a madam in Denver, Colorado in the Wild West in 1892. And she's really an adept businesswoman. She really is. She takes care of her girls. She takes care of the people that work underneath her, like the cook and the maid and everything like that. And she never brings what she calls an innocent in. She never brings in someone that has not had prior experience with men, but they have to be of a certain class. I mean, they have to be a certain level of pretty. They have to be able to make conversation, very much like I compared it to the geisha girls, The Life of a Geisha. That book, it was very much like you had to be trained on all sorts of different things in addition to trained on stuff in the bedroom. And they did train them on stuff in the bedroom, which I found fascinating. I just found fascinating. They talked about, how to avoid STDs. They talked about how to avoid violence towards women. In this trade, it was very well researched and very well done. Now, Mattie is married to this guy by the name of Cortez, and he's sort of a loser. I liked him because he was kind of a rogue, and I knew that Mattie loved him and everything like that. But Mattie is very clear that the relationship has to work because she has to have a male on her side in Denver at the time. And so Cortez may not be her first choice, but he is attractive and she does feel for him. And so we have that relationship going on. And then we have Soapy Smith. Hold on. What is wrong with my throat? Let me take a sip of coffee. Soapy Smith, who is our villain, who is a mob boss. Excuse me, that didn't help much, did it? He's like a mob boss in Denver at the time, but he has this wife and these kids that he keeps away from Denver that he just dotes on. And I thought that was a really interesting parallel, how he had this family that he would do anything to protect, and nobody could, he never cheated on her or anything like that. At least in the book, it seems like he never cheated on her. And I talked to the author about this. I thought it was lacking in description. They go up to Alaska and we hear it's cold, but I'm like, how cold is it? Is it biting cold? Is it, freezing your fingertips off and everything like that? I thought we lacked some description. I would have liked more description of the scents and the smells and the atmospheres, and was it hot, was it cold, and everything like that. And then some of the chapters read like short stories. Like you would have an incident in the chapter, and it would happen, and then nothing else really would be discussed about it or at least until several chapters later. And so it didn't have, at times, that cohesiveness that you need for a story. It was disjointed at times. A little bit, not a lot. Kimberly Burns, who wrote this, and it was the Western Writers of America Spur Award finalist, and you can really see why, because she put blood, sweat, and tears into this. She researched the hell out of this. And at the back of the book, she talks about what she changed and what she didn't change and everything like that. And then she has pictures. Here is Mattie. Can you see Mattie? And here is Soapy Smith, our villain. And then she also has further suggested readings, which I really appreciated. If you wanted to read more about this lifestyle in the Wild West, about women who had to make their livings basically on their back. So overall, 4 stars, not quite a 5, 4 stars, but I would highly, if you enjoy Westerns, I'm not a big Western fan, but I was riveted. So if you enjoy Westerns, definitely pick this one up. You can check out my review on Goodreads. I will try to link it in the description box. And my next indie read is going to be Murder and Matrimony in the Castillo. It's a Christmas read, but I picked this one up last night because I just got it and I couldn't wait for it. This one is called By the Watchman's Clock. And it is a mystery by Leslie Ford. And let me tell you, the writing so far in this is chef's kiss. But I'll tell you more about that when it's time to review that book. I've only gotten a couple pages in, so maybe it'll disappoint me. I don't know. Anyway, that's all I had to say this morning. So good job, Kimberly, and I will check you later.